Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 10, the season finale. I guess that would also be episode 18. They didn't go as long as they have in the past, which is understandable considering it wasn't that much of an eventful season. Yes, I am a day late. I apologize to the rock stars out there, but you guys know, any of you who watch my Black Girls on Television video know that I had a friend, Roshan, visiting from Los Angeles this weekend, and I just wanted to unplug from YouTube. You guys don't understand. YouTube is work, okay? It's good work. I appreciate everything, everybody watching. Like, all that is important to me, but you know, I don't get to see my friends very often. None of my friends, with the exception of Simone, that's my closest friend here in Atlanta. All the rest of my close friends are in Los Angeles, and I don't get to see them. So when I get to see them, I want to enjoy them. And if I have to do that with YouTube, you know, then it feels like work. And, you know, the whole purpose is to be feeling like I'm having a good time with my friends and sort of like in this sort of semi-vacation mode. So that's why I didn't do a video yesterday. Yesterday was kind of hard. Every now and then it would sneak up on me like, damn, you should have did a video, But then I was just like, no, Roxanne, just, you know. And I like to keep my family and my friends to myself, you know, and whatever I do share with everybody, you know, it's like they're precious to me. So I like to have that. That's my special time. I get to relax, you know, I don't have to be no kind of way. Not that I'm fake with you guys, but you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, and yeah, I was very happy to see Roshan. It's their first time coming, and you know, I've been here a long time, almost 15 years, so it was really nice to just have her here and us enjoying Atlanta together and all of that. So she's gone, put her on the plane this morning. She's on the first thing smoking, and now we're here. Got to get this done, get back on track. I'm going to do Atlanta and Potomac today, and then tomorrow I'm going to do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So everything is a day late. We'll get back on track with Top of the Blogs. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get to it, shall we? Now, first, let's open with Sheree. Candy goes over to her house with the shade immediately. Girl, you ain't no friend of Porsha. You let everybody talk about her little mat, and you ain't even got one. Sheree has invited the girls over to come see her man cave that will be manless. Candy comes, Cynthia comes, nobody else comes. Everybody else seems to be busy. And the place is beautiful. Everybody that I, you know, there are a few people that I know that have actually been over to the house and said the house is absolutely beautiful, that she did do quite a great job on it. So good for Sheree in that sense. And even when you see it on TV, it really looks like she took the time, you know, but we know Sheree, okay? Sheree always has to impress, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't put her out of herself, and you know, that she won't be able to stay in the chateau any length of time. I'm really hoping that that's not the case. But like I said, it's all fixed up, you know. What about the shade about Cynthia having all IKEA shit in her house? That shit really just rubbed me the wrong way, because I was just like, well, if Cynthia's fine with it, then why aren't you? Cynthia can afford it, more expensive furniture, considering Cynthia made more money than you on this season, okay? But that's neither here nor there. See, Sheree uses the wrong kind of shade, shit that can get thrown back on you. I swear I don't have to see Sheree next season. Anyway, let me just keep on. So, she's got the masseuse there. They're going to do hand jobs and whatever they're going to do on Cynthia and Candy. And while they're sitting there talking, Sheree all of a sudden has a problem with Porsha. Evidently, Porsha, you know, the fact that she had told Shamia not to trust any of them girls, especially Sheree. Sheree was upset because she felt like she's always been in her corner. I was like, I hear no lies. Do you guys hear anybody hear any lies there? Why the fuck should she trust any of you guys? Even you, Sheree, who is the self-proclaimed bone carrier. You're the one that tell everybody's fucking business. Of course I shouldn't trust you. I'm gonna hold you at arm's length. So I was just like, why are you making that? But you know, Sheree got to try to drum up some kind of new storyline for next season, because even though they hadn't said it on the show, I think she probably had some idea that her man wasn't getting out of jail. So now we got to come up with something else. Let's be mad at Porsha. Why not? Everybody else is. And hell, Porsha don't have any friend. Even Kim is only her friend because of Sheree. And one of my rock stars, I think it was KJ, said last week that none of these girls girls like each other, and that's the most unfortunate part. How you get to be on 10 seasons with some damn people and you still all really just borderline can't stand each other. I just will never understand it. Anyway, Cynthia tries to bring some, why don't you talk to Porsha first? Because, shit can get messed up in the translation, and, what she might have said might have, just talk to her first. Because I immediately thought when Sheree was saying that, well, of course she said that when she was leaving Barcelona. She was pissed. She had just got into it with Marlo. It's been shots and daggers at at Porsha the whole time. So why wouldn't she be in that mode at that time? So I was just like, whatever, Sheree, she is so annoying. And speaking of Porsha, she is at Dish Network because everybody always has a fucking problem with her. Like I said last week, she doesn't really record it with anybody. If it's not her sister, then it's with Dish Network all of a sudden. Well, they're interviewing Vivica Fox. They're promoting the play that she was in, Two Can Play That Game. Okay. Two Can Play That Game. And Porsha's playing the role of Connie. That's the role that Gabrielle Union played when the original movie was out. They asked her, did they think that Porsha could carry it off? And she said, yeah, she could do well, and she's saucy enough and all that. All right. I didn't realize, what was the role that Vivica Fox played? Is she just the narrator, or did she actually still play Shantae? Because I was just like, honey, no. Not in this day and age, but maybe she did. 20 years later, though, Kenya uses that exact same shade when Kenya and Cynthia actually go. They're going to be performing in Atlanta at the Fox Theater this time around. It's the Atlanta leg, and Porsha wanted all the girls to come. She wasn't sure who was coming. The only person she knew who wasn't coming was Nene, because she had already told her. Other than that, she wasn't sure if anybody was going to support, but little did she know Cynthia and Kenya was out there supporting. Okay, we already know that Kenya has beef with Vivica. I forgot all about it, but I was quickly reminded when she talked about her being 20 years older and 20 surgeries later. I was like, oh, Kenya, now the shade. Anyways, they sit there and they laugh through the show, and then when the show is over and Porsha's backstage, Cynthia and Kenya go back there to be supportive, and Porsha's happy and bubbly that they at least showed up for her. She says that makes all the shit that's happened between them erased. I said, well, you a little bit too ambitious. We don't erase shit, okay? We'll give you another chance, but we ain't gonna really forget. So that's where the naivete of Porsha can come into play. But other than that, she's happy that the girls were there, that they supported her. She's not sure why Sheree wasn't there, but you're gonna find out soon enough. Then we see Candy and Eva. Okay, they get together for a play date with their beautiful, adorable kids. Ace, and I can't remember Eva's daughter's name, but that's her daughter with Kevin McCall, the crazy man. They're carving pumpkins with the babies and, picking out pumpkins. It's right around Halloween time. And, oh yeah, Eva's birthday is the day before Halloween. And Eva the Diva usually gives a Halloween party in Los Angeles. She had one with Willie Wop last year. And now she's in Atlanta. Let's do a welcome to Atlanta / birthday party for Eva. Okay, Eva the Diva. Even though Candy said, well, I really ain't had no problems with Eva. I don't really see the diva that everybody is talking about. So, okay, who shall we invite? Okay, well, we go through the list. They're going to invite the girls, basically everybody. Okay, Candy says she doesn't have a problem with Kim, but Kim and Nene aren't on the same page. Well, that's not Eva's problem. What about Porsha? Everybody's so worried about Porsha. Eva was like, I think she's adorable, and I haven't had any problems with her. Y'all problems with her ain't mine, so yeah, I'm going to invite her. I was like, good for you, Eva. Okay, don't sway to the pressure. Maybe she can be Porsha's friend next season, because, child, I'm a little nervous for Porsha. At this point, everybody's so damn mad. I'll know better at the reunion, but it ain't looking the best for Porsha right now. I don't know how that's gonna turn out for old girl. Now later on we see Candy. She's at the house, I was like, girl, you don't get that upper register, huh? Y'all know she be down there in the Billy Goat Gruff register. Anyway, Todd comes in there and they're talking about all the shit that she has coming up. She's got the Escape tour that was very successful. We already know she did her stint on Broadway. Well, as of now she did, but at the point of them recording, she was going to be going to Broadway, and so they're trying to work out the logistics. Todd should be with her there, the whole time. Ace and Riley can come with Mama Joyce every now and then. Okay, so they working that out. Then of course Todd brings up Porsha, because it wouldn't be a real conversation if Porsha's not brought up at least once, right? I'm just like, it's so tiring. Not even gonna comment on it. Moving along. Next, we see Nene. She and Cynthia are meeting Eva at, I don't think it was Party City, but it was a Halloween type costume store. It might have been Party City, but I didn't really see where they were. And again, we are trying to figure out our costumes for Eva's Halloween costume party. Cynthia's going to be Mums the Word, it's going to be a surprise, and Eva doesn't want her to tell her. Nene and Greg, they going to come, and they not going to tell their costume either. So, everybody's excited. I love costume parties when everybody participates. That makes them the most fun. So, okay, and they do costume parties a lot on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, this will be cool. They get to talking about, who's all coming to the party, and Kim will be there, and Cynthia talked to Candy, and Candy told her that she didn't think that Kim was racist. Okay, well, Nene, I've been knowing her longer than anybody, so I guess that makes her the professional on being able to just declare who is and isn't racist. It's just a matter of opinion. Some people think she is, some people think that she isn't. But Nene says, I don't want to talk about the bitch no more. Again, we bring up Porsha and how she wants to put Porsha up on stage, so to speak, and for her to say in front of all the girls that she's sorry, that this will let everybody think that she's moved on, even though I don't know why they would think that that would work, because they would only just say that she wasn't sincere, because that's what you guys always tell me in my comments, that she didn't really mean it, she didn't really own it. What the fuck does that mean? Anytime somebody apologizes to you, okay, you got to take their word for it or you don't. It could or could not be genuine. They say the words and then what? You want the bitch to get to crying and rolling on the goddamn ground? Like, I'm just like, what do you expect from her? So I was just like, okay, you gonna try to make her say sorry in front of everybody and she's a grown-ass woman? Good luck with that. And then finally we get to this Halloween party. Eva's dressed up as Cleopatra. She looks beautiful, but that's not too hard for Eva. She is a beautiful woman. Candy comes as sexy Pennywise, and I thought her costume was cute as well. I remember seeing the pictures all on Instagram. Todd is one of the members from Run DMC, so he's got on his Adidas suit and his track suit with the Kangol and the big Cazelle glasses. Cynthia comes as 50 Cent, which we had already seen all the pictures all over IG, but I still, even though 50 Cent gets on my fucking nerves, I'm so over it and tired. And the shit was funny because she really was like really feeling that role. So I got a good little giggle off of that. She brings her man Will. He's there as a nerdy professor. Noelle finally gets to meet him, and she's happy that it's, as something lighthearted like this, it's not that big of a deal, and everybody can just move on with their lives. Kenya comes as a Victoria's Secret model. Sheree also comes as Cleopatra, which is the worst. Nothing worse than coming as dressed as somebody else, especially the goddamn hostess, and then your costume is not as cute as others. I mean, her costume was cute, but I guess, it just was a different take on Cleopatra, and so I was just like, too bad they couldn't kind of compare notes a little bit, just so you can't be, Cleopatra number 1, Cleopatra number 2, because they kept asking the girls in the confessionals who was the best, and everybody hands down said Eva. Anyway, Kim and Croy show up. Didn't want them to be there, but they had to be there, I suppose. And they show up as Hugh Hefner and the Playboy Bunny. Porsha comes, and she is the zombie bride. I was surprised to see Candy actually walk up to her and give her a hug. I was like, what is this? With all of the, passive aggressiveness that she throws Porsha's way, I was just like, I don't know what to make of this. Marlo shows up as Niecy, Halle Berry's character in Babs, which was like, she had that shit perfect. She even had her sugar daddy with her. Kenya threw a little shade on that one and was just like, it's funny that she would hire this white man when it's usually the other way around. It was a whole bunch of zingers going back and forth. I was like, they are so funny. The funniest of the night, of course, was Nene and Greg, which was so fucking petty, just like everybody said, and it was so good. It felt good in my soul to see Kim and Croy's stank ass face that was so molded, scratched the neck. She was over there like this. And let Kim tell it it's not funny, even though it was funny when she was sending the video around to everybody. Oh, you had a whole lot to say about the roaches and everything that Greg and Nene have, but you can't laugh at the fact that they decided to make fun of your own video by saying, you know, that he was a roach and that she was an exterminator. So that shit was hilarious to me. And when Sheree goes over there to kind of laugh with Kim about it, you know, Kim was really not here for it. The shit was hilarious to me. Anyway, Kandi walks over there and, hey, let's talk about Porsha. Fuck, what time is it? It's talk about Porsha time. So she asked him, did you see Porsha's costume? I mean, what did you think about it? I mean, it was sort of weird, huh? What the fuck is weird on Halloween? I mean, it's a costume party. Everything is weird because that's not what you would wear. So I was just like, oh, here we go. And then Sheree gets to talking about the shit that why she's so mad at Porsha again. And Kandi tells her that she needs to talk to Porsha. So then Sheree does talk to Porsha about her. Or should I say confront her. Now, we all having a good time at the fucking party. And then here you come over here with this fuck shit. All mad. Have I not been in your corner? Have I not been the champion for Porsha and really tried to be there for you? And she was like, wait a minute, hold on. What are you talking about? And that's when Shamia, that other sneaky one, I said, girl, you need to watch Shamia. Oh, Shamia, well, you know, when you left Barcelona, you know, I had told the girls, you know, that you said that I shouldn't trust them. And, you know, I guess she had showed the text message to her. And she was just like, first of all, why are you showing my damn text message to the rest of the girls? That's why I say, bitch, keep your good eye on that Shamia. But okay, other than that, you know, Portia's trying to explain to her, like, wait a minute, you going off. Can you understand that I was pissed when I left Barcelona? But of course, no, Sheree cannot understand that because Sheree has to be mad at something. Fuck, what's she gonna do? You know, so while she up there turning up, putting 20 on 10, you know, and Lauren is trying to jump in like, wait a minute. Them hands get to flying. I said, uh-oh, this is, please don't start putting hands up. Y'all know how that is real inflammatory. You guys, I'm so tired of them trying to break Porsha down. It is just enough. And you guys are doing this in the middle of this party. Nene comes up completely out of the blue, and then here she come talking about, you know, her apologizing in front of all the girls. Like this is the best time to talk about that when you already having to deal with Sheree and this shit over here. You know, Porsha was like, fuck that. I'm not doing it. Okay, thank you. And then here comes Marlo. I said, okay, they really trying to just break this girl down. And Marlo, I guess this was her version of trying to apologize. Marlo has already said that she's a mean drunk. I think we see that. And Porsha was paying her dust and keeping her head turned. Marlo was like, oh, so I'm going to just keep on talking to your hair. And then Porsha was like, no, bitch, you going to keep talking to my ass because I'm walking away. Okay, of course, Marlo starts to follow her, is reminiscent of when Marlo was following Nene when they were fighting at the baseball game years ago. Okay, and I was just like, oh, please, Porsha, don't give her the energy. And she didn't. Thank God for that. Okay, I was like, please, people are saying it's starting to be some talk again about Marlo getting a peach. Marlo does not deserve a peach. She brings up such bad energy. And y'all, I love Marlo for her style. And I understand that Marlo is just trying to be, you know, memorable on television. But the energy that Marlo brings is bad. It's bad. It's just bad. So, you know, Porsha ignores her. Marlo doesn't get what she wants out of her. It's starting to take a really bad turn at Eva's party. You know, Kandi is like, well, we need to be reminded that it is a birthday party. Okay, it's Eva's birthday. So they're going to have a contest. Okay, old Niecy Marlo comes up, first runner-up. And, of course, the best costume of the night goes to 50 Cent. Y'all know how Bravo does the little closeout, you know, what's going on with everybody. This lets you know that it was an uneventful season because even their closeout shit wasn't nothing. They say that 50 Cent is now 51 Cent. So she's closed out that chapter in her life, hopefully. Okay, as far as Will, she's still seeing him. Nene says she's headed in the right direction. She's on her one-woman tour and that she's Roach and Kim free. Okay, which is one and the same if you ask me. Porsha finished her play and she's open to playing more roles as long as she doesn't have to apologize to anyone. Kandi finished her stint on Broadway. Her tour is over and OLG is going to have a food truck as their next thing happening. Oh, side note, I went to OLG yesterday with Roshan, and I'm gonna tell you, we didn't really want to go. I was looking a mess, and I was just like, oh my god, I hope I don't see nobody like from my channel be like, oh, Roxanne, is that you? And I mean, I was so, I can't even explain to you how much I was lamping, nigga. I was so chill. I was trying to be in the cut, but it ain't no way to be in the cut in there. That place is so tightly packed. But what I will say is the food was excellent. I don't know what the official name was, but it was fried wings with the French toast and a side of sauteed spinach. And I had Todd's margarita. You know, it was like not a Long Island. It's like a Cadillac. They call them Texas margaritas here, but it's like a Cadillac in LA. You know, it has a shot of Grand Marnier. Anyway, I was so pleased with my food. Okay, and then Nora was there, and she was so sweet. I mean, I knew that she would be that way, but just her being there, I mean, she's working the room, she's talking to everybody. I mean, she took pictures with us. You won't be seeing my picture unless I can do some major doctoring to it, but she took a picture of Ro and me, and I mean, she was so sweet and laughing with the people, and I mean, just, man, Candy and Todd have a really good thing going there, because I mean, you know, you're there for the food as well, but the fact that you are able to be there in touch with these people that are on TV, you know, a lot of people want that, okay? So they got a good thing going. So if they get this food truck, I mean, I think that'll be good for them too, especially if they can keep that. That shit was good. Seasoned well and everything. I've heard some mixed reviews about it, so I was leery, but yeah, it was definitely worth it. Moving on along though, Sheree, she's finished her man cave and will be manless until 2022. Y'all, she ain't gonna be with Tyrone too much longer. We won't hold our breath on that. And lastly, Kenya says that she is expanding her family. I think we all know that Kenya is pregnant right now. At least that's what we're supposed to hear at the reunion. I'm sorry if it was a spoiler, but it's been going around, you guys, so. And that's it for season 10 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.